Geminis, the twins. The twins. I'm going to do a read for you guys with the Aleister Crowley deck here. I got my phone kind of balancing a tightrope there, so if anything falls, don't be startled, it's just my phone. Okay. What do we got for our twins, the Gemini spirit? Ooh, the Fool, and what's that? Knight of Discs. Ooh. The Farmer and the Fool. I wonder what he's growing. What do you got here? Spirit for our twins. Lovely Geminis. The Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning, possibly. What do you got here? These cards are so big. Science. Number 6 of Swords, Science. Sailing away to clear waters. And Holy Spirit, what do we got for our Geminis? What should they be aware of today in this reading? Here we go. Ooh, the Truth. Nice, the Truth is coming up. So that's always good. Well, good for some. Let's split it in half. Go like this. I'm not going to shuffle these. Change. The 2 of this. Change. Oh. It's going to be tricky. Balancing act for this one. I really have no options because I didn't bring my balancing backpack. 2 of Cups, discs, it's called, which is Pentacles and the Rider-Waite. This, here we go, 2 of Pentacles. Change, harmony, alternating gain. Change, harmony, alternating gain and loss. Weakness and strength, elation and melancholy, varying occupation, wandering, visit to friends, pleasant change, industrious yet unreliable. So kind of like wandering here to and fro. Like, you know, those guys that wander into town every once in a while and you see them, and then say you go to like, well, here in Canada, you go to BC and you'll go there and you'll see them there again. It's like, holy shit, how'd you get here? Because it's tattoos on their faces and they kind of wander around, they jump trains and stuff and just go through the country, which is, I don't know, it's kind of a cool lifestyle, if you ask me. But I don't know, it's not for everybody, I'm sure, but they definitely get around, and you can tell they don't have any money, and they get to travel the countryside, so. You've got, yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Let's see here, change. That could be, it says harmony, so it is harmonious, so change. So it's going to be like a natural change, whatever it is. That's the heart of the situation anyway, some kind of change. It's going to happen. See, it's got the yin and the yang, the yin and the yang, the wu and the tang there. So it's like balancing. Maybe you're leaning one too far to the dark side, or maybe you're leaning too far to the light side, and you're like, I don't know, you can go too far either way. Like, you really can't. You got to stay balanced. You don't want to wind up like, what's we call it, I don't know, Hitler, and you don't want to wind up like Ned Flanders either, you know what I mean? So, I'm just saying. What do we got here? We got Ace of Cups. Brand new love coming in is the challenge, so, that could be good or bad, right? So, if it's a challenge, it could mean she could be the love of your life, but she could be like a real challenge. You know what I mean? Which could be good, and usually, you know, this is divinely guided though, because normally in the picture, spirit is like in a cloud, his hand's coming out and handing the cup, so it's like actually you earn this, whatever it is. But then again, sometimes what we think is bad could be good for us, you know what I mean? Maybe you meet a really difficult woman, but she helps iron out all the wrinkles and you don't know it. So, and maybe in the long run may seem like a real pain in the ass at first, but maybe it'll like grow, and maybe it'll actually turn you into a better person, right? And we got 6, victory, which is just what it says there, victory. The 6 of Wands. So you overcame some kind of battle, whether it be physical, spiritual, or mental, and you're celebrating a victory. And this victory people can actually see. So people have actually seen you win this victory. So that's good. That's always good. Sometimes we win victories and nobody really gives a shit. As long as you know, everyone cares anyway, right? The Knight of Cups, which can also be a love offering. So, and it's Cancerian energy because you can see the crab in the cup. See? The crab shacks. Don't make me pinch you. Don't make me pinch you. I'm gonna pinch you. I'm pinching you. That's my special effects, actually. So that's all I have to work with, guys. So Knight of Cups. Just look that one up. This one, I'm being pulled to look this one up. The Knight of Cups. The fiery part of water. Fiery part of water. It doesn't sound too good. It sounds like, you know, like when you throw a cigarette in a puddle. Let me see. A man with commitment issues. Amiable but passive. Attracted to excitement, unsustainable enthusiasm. Sensitive but shallow. Influenced, this is the darker side. Sensual and idle, untruthful. So a liar. Prone to depression and drug abuse. Sounds like me, actually. I'm just kidding. Well, not really. But people change, right? Valor, number 7 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Wands. Valor. Instead of doing something bravely, obviously. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Here we go with 7 of Wands. That means having balls, I presume. Honor, struggles, small victories, courage to meet obstacles, victory in small things, quarreling. Well, yeah. If you have balls and you have honor, you're going to wind up in a few fucking riff-raff scraps, or squabbles, or quarrels, or real battle. If you stand for what you believe in, so. And that is in the present situation. That is present. Leave what's going on. So, guys. We're not Geminis. I knew you had balls in there. You should have 4, shouldn't you? 3, the Empress. So this is like the Emperor's counterparts. Could mean government, but this, the feminine side, means more like motherhood, nurturing energy. Like she's like the male Emperor's like weak spot, right? Because they keep the old lady happy, right? So people a lot of times go to her to try and like go out. If they know the Emperor's gonna say no, she'll go to her. Like, they sneak one past the goalie, right? Because he's got a lot of shit on his plate, right? He doesn't always want to eat like the noodles. He just wants to eat meatballs sometimes. Got the Ace of Discs. So another ace. That's 2 aces from Spirit. So this is divinely guided. And the influencing this situation is something you can taste, touch, and feel. So it's something material, because it's a discs mean like material things, like the actual 3D physical world we live in. So, but it is divinely guided. So it's something that Spirit's bringing in physically for you. So that's really good, like that. Could be money. Could be it could be Bill saying you owe like $2,000, but I don't need to do that to you. You know what I mean? Hopefully not. Please don't do that to me. Gemini probably needs it, but not me. Just I gotta pass that on the fitness. That's what it says. The cards don't lie. And ooh, I like this. In your hopes and fears, this is obviously hopes is the sun, one of the happiest cards in the deck. There you go. I'm so happy to. What's that by their feet? Oh, it's got all these zodiacs. I like the way the sun, it looks like it's like swirling. Like, you know those little things you used to get in the garden, and they had like little things that spin or whatever, and they were all flashy with colors. I forget what you call those, but yeah, it looks like kind of like one of those. It's got the zodiacs all on it. Beautiful. That's in your hopes and fears, so that's obviously your hopes. I don't think too many people fear the sun, unless you're like Nosferatu or some shit like that. And what do we got? In the lens, you're looking through the lens that you're looking through is the Hierophant. So you're looking at the situation in a religious type of matter, like traditional religious, or like, I don't know, what your religion or whatever religion you've been taught, or your path to the Most High there, depending on your culture or whatever, you know. So, yeah. That's actually interesting for you, Gemini. That's a new look for you. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. It could be good or it could be bad. Depends who the religious one teaching you is, right? And how you take it in, and how your religion can be used for a lot of good things, and it can also be used for bad things too. So, I'm just hoping that. Normally people go into it with good intentions, so I would hope, you know what I mean? You know, people just don't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to try religion. You see, it's something that pushes you to, like, walk down that path, you know what I mean? Or somebody gives you an idea, like you wonder about something, and you're like, you know? I like this guy. And that's Taurus energy, right? So that can also represent, like, a religious organization or a religious leader, and that could be the Pope, right? It could be one of those Jehovah's Witness guys that always seem to show up at the wrong time. In my experiences with them anyway, they always seem to show up at the wrong time. And it just makes you look like, I'm surprised they don't just turn right around and like say, you're going to hell, sir, just back right away, you know what I mean? I just have bad experiences with those guys because they just pop out from nowhere, it seems like. I used to do some crazy shit when I was younger and party with some crazy people, so just, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they don't have a very high opinion of me. But I don't really care, just leave them alone. Yeah, there's Larry there, he's masking the thing. Might be covered by what we got here in the environment, we got. Yes, I knew it was going to happen. I knew somebody was going to get it. My favorite, the Tower. Some kind of stronghold built on a weak foundation is going to come down in the environment. That's what I mean. Like the first one right here says it. The first one, look, change. That's the heart of the matter. What brings change? I'll tell you what brings change. Tower, strongholds dropping in your life. Boom. That's what brings change. Using one of these, before any big change has to happen, to shake somebody to even want to change, usually one of these mofos has to happen. So it can seem scary and frightening, and like most people are like, oh no, but you know, it's really, if it depends where you are. If you're not doing too good, one of these could really propel you into like a new style of life that you maybe never would have thought of before, but now you're like forced to do that, you know what I mean? So it can be a really good thing, but sometimes, usually when it happens is not a good thing. But sometimes it is. Sometimes it'll fall on your enemy's head, you know what I mean? Somebody trying to take you out. Yeah, if you're doing the right thing. Sorrow. Number 3, sorrow. 3 of swords, that's heartbreak. That's like, it's not a very good card, but that's in your outcome too. I'm going to pull 4 cards for your outcome, if I'm being guided to do that. Wow. Yeah, that's not good, but you know what? Sometimes you learn from heartbreak, you know? Nobody likes heartbreak, but you learn from it. if you're, sometimes you just gotta make sure you don't stay here too long. Because every time this happens, you learn something from it. But those swords, usually there's 3 swords there. You gotta turn them like this. And then grab. What the heck? Wow, this one got you reversed. Oh shit, probably this is reversed, yeah. So, I'm gonna look this one up. Because actually, it's weird swords. Usually the swords are the other way, and when you flip it upside down, the swords are being pulled out of the heart, right? So let's see if it's 3 swords. Let's see here. 3 of swords, sorrow, melancholy, unhappiness, tears, disruption, discord, delay, absence, separation, deceit, faith, honesty. Faith and honesty. Yeah, I guess you could get faith from. Because like when you get beaten right down to your last like breath, like sometimes that's where your faith comes in, because that's all you have to go on. Right? So that makes sense. So sorrow. Also, anything you learn from is always a good thing in the long run. Maybe not when you're going through it. But Prince of Cups. Look at this guy. What's he riding there? Prince of Cups. Looks like Silver Surfer, right? Only he doesn't have a surfboard. He has like, he got an eagle on his head. That's pretty cool. Ooh, he's got a cup with a snake in it. So every time I see a snake, I just say, look out for snakes in your midst, because we know these days. Well, I guess all days. I don't know if there's always been there, but there's snakes. There's always snakes everywhere you go. Right? They're there to teach you. Just don't let them bite you too many times. You should learn from it, right? 2 more for Princess of Discs. First sign, younger female possibly. I'm gonna go over these over all these. This is the last one. Queen of Wands. Upright, that's the Queen of, look at that. That's a beautiful actually artwork on that one. I like how tall. She looks super tall, right? It's like, holy shit. It's a huge bitch. She's got a leopard. Doesn't her hat kind of look like the Statue of Liberty there? So, I'm not getting, that's not what that usually represents, but I know she's got an acorn on her staff, though. An acorn means like, symbolically, that means like wisdom, like knowledge, like sometimes arcane knowledge, right? So, we have, wow, yeah, that's a powerful artwork on this kite anyway. Very nice. So I'm going to go over these with you. Now let's check the underlying energy first. The underlying energy is the High Priestess. And this one is just called the Priestess. Going within, kind of like the Hermit's female counterpart there. Oh my god. I just noticed her boobs are showing, but they're behind some kind of like lazy light or some shit like that. We got, yeah, so, is she wearing glasses? Or is that could be the infinity sign, actually, because I think that's very cool. And look behind her arms there, it looks like there's 2 portals. Usually that means like she's also kind of like balancing, like, what do you call it, justice, Libra there. Like she's got the yin and yang. Like usually there's a black pillar and a white pillar, like representing the yin and the yang, right? So like the dark and the light, right? Because just like the female and the male, we all have both energies, right? And it's best to keep them balanced. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I just noticed that those 2 portals there look like there's 2 portals back there. So, and yeah, the High Priestess, she's the type that she knows pretty much it. She has access to like all the knowledge. Well, everybody has access to knowledge if they know how to go within it, right? But like intuitively, like you can go within and like all the answers are in it if you know how to look for them. Because you can like literally like converse with the universe or spirit or God or Jesus or whatever you call him, Buddha, whatever you call him. I seriously believe like that he can show himself as anything he wants to. You know what I mean? So to certain people, I believe he shows up as Buddha. To me, he'll show up as Jesus, you know what I mean? To some other guy, he might show up as, you know? Like, well, because look at it, it makes sense in a way, because I think, because this is just my opinion, but I think that, like, you know how, okay, look at the pictures of Jesus, right? Like some white guy with a red beard, like, we all know that's not what Jesus looked like, because he was a Jew, right? So that's our version of Jesus, you know what I mean? And then you got the Jews, who was the actual Jesus, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it makes sense that he would show up to different people as different people, you know what I mean? Because not everybody's going to be like, oh, those white guys, you know what I mean? Or those Jews, you know what I mean? It makes sense how, because in a way, he was the one who split them all up, so he would show himself to them as other people, I think. I believe that anyway. That's just my belief. Here we go. What's the other underlying energy spirit? Ooh, swiftness. So the high priestess is swift in this one. So usually she's like pretty laid back. So I don't know if I've ever seen a swift high priestess. That would be quite a sight to see. Like, I don't know what it means by swift in this scenario. I don't think it means, but just because her shirt's off doesn't mean that she's that kind of swift. Right? I'm just saying. I don't think she's like that, but she could be. Whatever, that's her business. Okay, where's it? Here. That's my hand. We got the Ace of Cups. We'll go over all these very quick. And we need to pull clarifier. Let's pull clarifier on the tower, actually. Okay, remember where it was Swift and High Priestess. Let's pull clarifier for the tower. I want to see what the tower is. What is this tower gonna be? Like, are you gonna give us a warning of what this tower is gonna be? It might have already happened. You know what I mean? This could be. Time is fluid, right? So let's see this. This one. Okay. What's that? Oh, it's the Knight of Pentacles again. So it could be an earth side. Could start this tower off. So, and this guy's a farmer too. So could be somebody who's like in agriculture. Could be because of agriculture, maybe. You know, I doubt it though. Not here in Canada anyway. Right now, the ground's frozen, right? But could be because what's this guy's story again? There's he's the slowest moving knight in the deck, so he's like slow, is like really slow, but he's reliable, right? Like he'll get to wherever he's going, and he'll get the job done. But he'll just like he's like one of those guys that, like at work, that you have a safety meeting, next thing you know he's smoking a joint and sleeping in the bush or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like he'll wake up eventually and he'll be, oh yeah, you know. Knight of Discs. Knight of Discs. The fiery part of Earth, a farmer, patient, laborious, and clever, somewhat dull and preoccupied with material things, influenced. So these are his negative sides: avaricious, surly, petty, and jealous. So he's a jealous mofo. So I don't know, but even if he's jealous, even if you can see why he's very jealous, because if he's as slow as they say, he's probably, like people usually probably, I don't know, one above him in the game. You know what I mean? Like he can be, oh, we're gonna go over here. And by the time he gets back, it's like, oh shit, that chick's taken by somebody else now. You know what I mean? Like, seems like one of those guys. Look at him just staring off into the sunset there, like he just smoked a fat in. It's like, oh yeah, what was I supposed to do again? But he'll get there. He's just whatever. Maybe he's kind of not really a daydreamer. I think he just kind of. I don't really know why he's so slow, but he is solid. Like you can see, he's a stocky mofo, right? He's solid, so maybe he doesn't have to move that fast. Maybe he's like Paulie from Goodfellas. He's like, you know how Paulie was slow, but it was just because Paulie didn't have to move for anybody type shit. You know what I mean? He looked kind of like him, eh? Oh, my battery's running low, guys, so we'll wrap this up quick. We got... yeah, the tower. The only thing that's Hierophant. It's that one. That's the lens you're looking through. Okay. Ace of Discs. Prince of Wands. The thing is changed, so I don't know what's changing. You guys know what's changing in your life, I guess. But let's just pull one more for the bottom card. Ooh, the Prince of Swords. Okay. Prince of Swords. That could be like a spy card too, I think. But we'll see what the Prince of Swords is, and that'll be our closing on this one. Prince of Swords. Prince of Swords. The airy part of air, a young, intellectual man full of ideas and designs, domineering, intensely clever, but unstable, elusive, impressionable, harsh, malicious, plotting, unreliable, and a fanatic. Okay. Prince of Swords. That's funny because, like, you know, in the Bible, well, I don't know if you do, but the way they described it, or they call it, one of the titles of Lucifer, the devil, is the Prince of the Power of the Air. So this is funny how he said Prince, and Aleister Crowley was kind of into that shit too. So yeah, Prince, because it's the only deck, the Thoth deck, the Aleister Crowley one influenced, and the Hermetic one, I think, are the only ones that call it the Prince of the Power Air, right? So, and that's I think he read a lot of the Bible because his dad was like a preacher, right? But probably probably got forced into reading it, right? So he probably knows that that's what one of the titles that they give the devil in the Bible is the Prince of the Power of the Air. So, just a fun little fact there. So that's all I got for you guys. Good luck.